Let's now move to Kerala. In the ongoing continuous attack against the Pinarayi Vijayan-led CPIM government in Kerala, the Governor Mohammad Arif Khan has today asked journalists of two well-known Kerala Malayalam channels to get out and not be part of his press briefings, which he believes are in support of the Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. Journalists had gathered at the Ernakulam guest house in Kochi to get reactions on the ongoing tussle between the Governor and the CPIM government, and the Kerala Union of Working Journalists have decided to organize a protest march to the Raj Bhavan against the Governor's behavior.
I would urge them to go ahead, create more problems, barge into Raj Bhavan if you have the guts, attack me on the road. Don't tell me who are you, I know who you are.
ബില്ലുകൾ തടഞ്ഞു വെച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ബില്ലുകൾ തടഞ്ഞു വെച്ചതുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് നിയമപരമായും ഭരണഘടനാപരവുമായിട്ടുള്ള പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ എങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യണമെന്നുള്ള കാര്യം ആലോചിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഗവൺമെന്റ് ആലോചിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്.
Srija now joins us for more on this. Srija, we've seen rounds of tussle between the Kerala governor and the Pinarayi Vijayan government, and this seems to take it up a notch with journalists not allowed in the governor's press briefings.
Well, that's right. In fact, in a series of squabbles between the Kerala Governor Arif Mohammad Khan and also the Kerala government, Pinarayi-led CPIM government, we see it's only intensified. Earlier, there was especially a series of Twitter war that we had witnessed. Then it eventually turned out to be where both of them, in fact, giving out statements against each other. Now, today, we see where it has intensified, where we are looking at the Kerala Governor. In fact, he has expelled two journalists from attending his press briefing. So today at Ernakulam guest house in Kochi, he was to give reactions to the journalists with regard to the ongoing tussle between the CPIM government, where several of the leaders in the past and also especially the Chief Minister himself went on to label him as, he's playing the spokesperson for the Sangh Parivar, and that very recently we went on to see how the Kerala governor in fact wanted nearly the resignations of nearly 9 vice chancellors of the Kerala universities. So right after that, the war between them, especially the CPIM government and the governor, has only intensified. And today, he did not really want two journalists from two top channels, Malayalam channels in Kerala, not to attend his press briefings. So the update that we are hearing from the journalists in Kerala is that they have decided to go ahead and launch a massive protest against the governor. They're planning to, in fact, lead that particular march to Raj Bhavan, but they also go on to say that, they will wait for today and see if the governor apologizes, issues an apology, or even for that matter, in fact, goes back on his stance where he does not really want those two journalists to attend his press briefings. So depending on that, we understand the Kerala Union Journalists Association have decided to carry out this particular protest march. Now, that apart, we are also looking at where the Kerala Governor, Arif Mohammad himself, he goes on to challenge the CPIM government. He also goes on to say that if they have guts, they could barge into his office or probably even attack him on the road. So this comes in the backdrop of where we went on to see M.V. Govindan, the state secretary of the CPIM. He did issue a statement talking about how, the governor was in fact misusing his office, and in fact he was not really falling in line as far as the governor's duties are concerned.
Right, Srija, and this tussle is not new. Take us through the roots of the face-off that's going on between the Kerala governor and the CPIM government.
Well, just like you pointed out, it's not something new, but what we understand how it all flared up was just about late last week, where we went on to see that the Kerala governor immediately, especially through Twitter, he went on to talk about his office, went on to talk about how the resignations should reach, that is resignations of the vice chancellors of 9 Kerala universities must reach his office. In fact, he did give an ultimatum as well. Soon after that, we went on to see how these vice chancellors Chancellors moved the Kerala High Court, and after which the High Court did, of course, say that it is left up to the discretion of the Governor. He can issue a new notice to talk about what he plans to do or go on with the next course of the action. But next reaction that we witnessed was the Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan going on to issue a controversial statement saying that these are, especially the Governor himself, is being provoked by the Sangh Parivar, and he's been acting at the behest of certain RSS organization. Now, this is what the Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan had said. Since then, this controversy has almost spiraled into a huge, controversy, where eventually today leading to 2 journalists being expelled from Kerala Governor's press briefings.
Right, Srija, thanks very much for joining us with those details. To get more opinions on this, we have guests joining us on the discussion. P. Shivashankaran, who is a spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and Dinesh Chandra Varshney, who is a CPI leader. Let me start with you, Mr. Shankaran, first. There's one thing to have a political face-off between the governor and the government, but now it's taking it up a notch with journalists not being allowed in the press conference by the governor.
No, it is a part of the story that the governor is not accepting that few journalists in this press meeting. In fact, the story is whether it is a case of a corruption or a nepotism. That's what the first question. And the second question is whether the Supreme Court given any order or not. That is what the people wanted to know. So what my information is, the Supreme Court already given a court order that the Vice Chancellor cannot able to conduct his duties. That's a Supreme Court order. So that is why the governor has given a very strict order to the vice chancellors that vice chancellor should be resigned. So this is the first question. And second question, he has been questioned the appointments of few vice chancellors and other appointments of the professors. So that is a clear case of a nepotism. So the governor created an issue on the nepotism and the corruption. Then why the state government and the chief minister has been created it as a issue which created by the Sangha Parivar and RSS BJP? There is no question of an RSS BJP enter into the subject. This is a clear question of nepotism and the corruption. The vice chancellors and the professors and some of the people has been appointed by the vice chancellor. They are which related or wife of ministers and the senior officers in the present government. So this is the question. So now the party secretary and the chief minister has been created. This is a part of a constitution and this is a legal issue. No, there is no such a legal issue. Legal issue has been cleared by the Supreme Court. And again, there is no question of a constitution or a federalism. But the chief minister and the CPM created this as a organized other issue. Not a political issue, but this is a question of a corruption and nepotism. That is why the governor taken up as a charge. So
let's just get a reaction from the CPI on this, Mr. Dinesh. The accusation from the BJP saying that the deeper issue is of corruption and nepotism, and that's why this is just a fallout of that. Those issues are not being addressed.
It looks to me that this representative from the BJP is living in some paradise. Don't you know that the Planning Commission itself has said that the Kerala is the least corrupt state of the country? It has no nepotism at all. It says, Planning Commission says, it is not my report, it is not our report. He's talking of that is not a question of RSS BJP politics. Nowadays, the appointment of the governor itself is a nepotism. Because the governor wanted to be a chief minister without facing any election. So we are of the opinion this misuse of a governor post has led us to the opinion that the governor post must be abolished. And he cannot overrule the opinions and the selections of the elected government of the state. The people of the state have given a mandate to them. They have followed the procedures in appointment of the vice chancellors.
Right, Mr. Shankaran, just as my last question to you, multiple state governments have alleged that the LG or the governor in that state works as per the orders that they get from the central government, and they are not completely independent. So my question is that, is it fair to bar journalists from doing their job, to attend press conferences, even if it's a political issue? Shouldn't that just remain to politics, and journalists should be allowed to do their job? Is it right to stop journalists from attending press briefings by the governor?
No, I'm afraid that I didn't get enough time, but I'll tell you in 2 lines that these 2 press people are being created a press conference and reported in a totally different manner. That is the issue, which you can check with local press people or media people, that which they have been created totally negative manner. I mean, totally a different one, which the governor didn't say. Second thing, the issue is that whether the governor's appointment or what the governor power, that is different. So this particular case, Supreme Court given an order that the VC has to be resigned, and it's illegal. So the governor has taken a charge. So what is the answer of the chief minister or a CPM? That a Supreme Court order should be followed by the governor? Can he? Or governor cannot say that, can't say that, oh, Supreme Court order, let it go. You should be keep here or continue here. Cannot. Right. So that is the issue. And the journalist who has been, if they are not allowing, it is the freedom of the governor. Which other 2 press conference, they have been taken a different stand, or they created some issue. That's why I can explain if you give me enough time.
All right. Thanks very much, gentlemen, for speaking to us.